This Anglo-Indian beef pepper fry recipe goes back to the British Raj, a dish passed down through generations, made with just a handful of spices and full of rich nostalgic flavour. Let me show you how easy it is to make this pepper fry. So we're going to start by blending up 3 tomatoes, 1 onion, ginger and garlic. And I'm using fresh ginger and garlic here because there's very few ingredients in this recipe and it makes a big difference to the taste. Next, grind up some fresh peppercorns. Let's start by adding our oil to a pan. Once that oil is heated up, our onions go in. Fry the onions till they turn a deep caramelized brown. This could take about 8 to 10 minutes. As you can see, my onions have caramelized, but we're going to go to the next step. I want to really brown these onions because there's not a lot of spices in this dish, and it's the onions and the pepper that's going to give this dish the flavor. Now look at this. This is how brown I want my onions. It's not burnt, trust me. This is what's going to give it that amazing flavor. So take your time, and I have been stirring it the whole time. Okay, that smells so good. Alright, next goes in my blend, or my masala blend. Give this a good mix. So I'm going to keep mixing this through till it reduces in quantity and the oil releases to the sides. This could take about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, my masala or curry paste has been cooking for about 10 minutes. So look at the color. The color has changed. It's also reduced in quantity and it smells delicious. So do not skip this process. You really have to cook this through, and you can start to see the oil coming to the surface. It's starting to kind of shine on the top. That tells you your spices, your masala paste is cooked well. So tip number 1, do not skip browning the onions. Those onions need to be well browned. Tip number 2, your masala paste needs to be well cooked. So that's what it takes to get a nice tasting curry. You can follow the recipe, but if you skip this process, it does not taste the same. I have family members and friends who follow my recipes, but it never tastes the same because they just rush through the process. That smells so good. Okay, I'm ready for the next step. My beef's gonna go in. Mix that through nicely. Turn up the heat. As I said, there's very few ingredients in this dish. There's really no masalas in this or no spices in this. So we've got to get this paste, curry paste, cooked well for all the flavor. So keep browning your meat here. This is tip number 3. The meat is going to release its own juices, and we're going to keep browning it and dry up those juices before we move on to the next stage. I am going to season the meat now, so add your salt to taste. This is my freshly ground pepper. I'm not going to add all of it, add it in stages, because you can always add fresh pepper later. I'm going to pop a little bit aside till I do a taste test later. And a teaspoon of chili powder, which is optional. Let's mix that all through. Okay, now I'm going to keep browning this meat till it releases its juices, and I'm going to dry it up nicely. Okay, I have been stirring this for about 10 minutes. My cut of beef has not released a lot of juices, but look at the color. This is all from those browned onions and it smells absolutely delicious. So my meat is nicely fried in all these spices. I'm going to add some warm water, just enough to cover it. Look at that nice thick gravy and look at the color of that.
Enjoying this recipe and looking for some more beef dishes? Check out my playlist linked in the description below.
Just have a quick taste for seasoning. I'm going to add a bit more pepper later. The lid goes on, and in my pressure cooker this takes about 20 minutes. So see you back in 20. It's time to check on this curry. I've let all the steam out of my pressure cooker. Look at that. That is looking and smelling amazing. My meat is absolutely tender. Look at that. So I'm just going to taste the seasoning to see if I need to add a bit more pepper. That tastes so good, but I think I feel I need a little bit more pepper in there. Okay, stir that through. Now that gravy is nice and thick. You can add a little bit of water if you want to lighten your gravy a bit, but I'm happy with that. Gonna add some coriander.
And that's it, a humble, comforting Anglo-Indian pepper fry, just the way it's been made for generations. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to subscribe for more simple, flavorful dishes like this one. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you've grown up with a version of this too. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.